Australian mutt.
Oh, hello, everyone, and welcome back to Manners Live. Hello, especially to Kirk Minahan, obviously the person that we're all here for. And another shout out tonight. I want to start by shouting out DEC's Van. He begged me to mention him on the YouTube channel, and he is a great follow. DC's Van is where young children go to die, and but on Twitter he's very pro Aussie. So DC's Van, keep it up. Love the pro Aussie sentiment. Well, what a week since the last Manners Live, full of controversy. Who'd have thought telling people to get cancer and die would cause a stink? Anyway, whatever. Lot to talk about in this show. I've got the Barstool Blues. So I want to talk about the Barstool Blues. I want to talk about the build up to Sacco. Got a YouTube wrap, got lots of listener questions. I've got some audio of the most stoned person in the world. So a lot to talk about. Let's open the phone lines, Nick, and take some calls. It's going to be fun tonight, I am sure. Can't wait to hear from the fabulous viewers to this show. First caller, hello.
Hey, how big is your cock?
Oh, he's back. Material still very bad, but thank you for the call. Speaking of cocks, basically, I've got my bottle here. Now, should I need to go to the toilet during this broadcast, I will be using this. Now, I'm not 100% sure if I'll need to, but just in case. Hello, viewer, caller.
Hello there. The angel from my nightmare, the shadow in the background of the morgue, the unsuspecting victim of darkness in the valley. We can live like Jack and Sally if we want, where you can always find me. And we'll have Halloween on Christmas, and in the night we'll wish this never ends. We'll wish this never ends.
You've got a lovely voice. Oh, well, that's it. That's it. Good call. Great. I mean, look, he's got a good voice. Better than mine, that's for sure. So while we're waiting for the next call, geez, another week, another Barstool Kirk controversy. And the Barstool Blues just keep coming. The relationship between the Kirk Minahan show and Barstool, as Kirk said, it's just on a downward trajectory. Hello, caller. Hello. Hello.
Where are you? And I'm so sorry.
Fuck off, you bad singer. Hang up on this asshole, Nick. Oh, my God. Singing. Jesus, you could do better than that, surely. Just throw a few insults at me if you want. But back to the Barstool Blues. So, this week, for no reason, Kate starts having a go at Kirk and all the Minifans. And then Robbie Fox jumps on the bandwagon. And even when he came on the Kirk Minahan show, Fox was saying shit like, well, Kirk, if you don't like it at Barstool, leave. This relationship between Barstool and the KMS show is headed for disaster. If it's not already a disaster, it's just going to get worse. They all hate all of us and the Kirk show on in New York. They just hate us all the Minifans, all the podcast. They just hate us. So if they really don't want KMS in the building, then eventually they're going to kick him out. My only thing about that is that Dave seems to have stuck up for Kirk at this point. Now, that's an interesting change because Dave's been very pro the New York office in the past, but it sounds like this time he sided with Kirk and the Minifans. So hopefully that's a sign of things to come, because I think someone has to go in there and fucking shake these idiots in New York around and tell them to fucking get over themselves. This fucking, attitude where they, want everyone to be nice to each other, where you can't criticize. It's just fucking disgusting. It's not Barstool. It's giving me the Barstool Blues, because I thought Kirk and Barstool would be a perfect fit. Hello, caller.
Get ready for action. I got no regret right now. The air is so cold and null. Let me go in her room. I want to take off her clothes. Show me
Okay,
the way
thank you.
to
Goodbye.
bed.
Goodbye. Another big issue tonight, and a really big issue. Do you brush your teeth in the shower? Kirk revealed today that he brushes his teeth in the shower. I am one of those people that does the same. Are you one of those people? So call in. Here we go. Hello, dickhead. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, do you think Spurs will make the Europa League this year, or do you think they're going to bottle it? I mean, they have a pretty small chance. It'd be pretty crazy, not playing European football. I mean, I feel like, some of the stars might leave, they're getting frustrated. Harry Kane's in his prime. Heung-min Son is in his prime, Lloris. Do you think those guys will stick it out maybe for next year, or do you think, Jose has the team going in the right direction? I mean, to be fair, he hasn't gotten a full summer transfer window under his belt, so maybe things change under this summer. If you sell Ndombele or you sell Kane to like Real Madrid, maybe do you maybe think that Spurs are headed in the right direction, or do you think that
Thank you. So this show is really turning into mud at night. I do like a bit of sports talk, obviously. I am a sort of Spurs fan. I don't follow it as closely as I used to a few years ago, so I actually don't know anything about the
piss
contract.
off, you short fuck.
What was that, you cunt? Ooh, someone's. Hey, I wonder what he said there. I wonder who that was. Was that venereal disease? I'm not sure. All right. So yeah, the Barstool Blues. It's just another week, another problem with Barstool. Hopefully they can shake it out. I did think it was funny. Just hold the calls for a sec, Nick. I did think it was funny because Dave Portnoy went on and did a pizza review, and he may be the most stoned person I've ever seen. And I was kind of jealous. I want to be that stoned. Have a listen.
I just smoked weed, so I'm high. Columbia Inn restaurant, and I got the munchies.
So fucking high.
I don't want to eat because I feel like I take my shirt off. But I'm munchy.
I'm munchy.
I don't have any food in this house except my new oven, my new pizza. So we're going to do a pizza review. I gave it 8.7 in the store. I have their oven. I have their pizzas. This is not an ad. I remember the guy's ad.
So funny. No, this guy is so high.
I'm just hungry.
Hungry.
I'm going to spatula it out.
I mean, this is
that thing I can tell is crisp.
This guy started a $200 million company.
People are going to say, does the score count? Is it invalidated because they sent their own oven? Is it invalidated more so because he's high and everything's going to taste like Sally's or like the best pizza in John's of Bleecker? Or am I so high?
Yes, you are.
I'm perfectly functional.
No, definitely not.
So high that
definitely not.
Beyond high and into a galaxy where the brain is on the subconscious.
Nope.
And the score is more real than even the realest scores we've ever had.
I mean, that is the highest person I've ever heard online. You can open the phones back up, Nick. Some more news that came out of the Kirk Minahan show was that Steve Robinson keeps a diary. And God, if someone could get hold of this somehow, I'm sure it will be the most disturbing piece of literature many of us have read. I mean, can you imagine, like, we hear some of the things that come out of his brain, but can you imagine if we were to hear his diary, which would be unfiltered Steve Robinson? It would just be, I don't know. I can't imagine how horrific and full of sordid details it would be. Hello, caller. Are you there?
Menace, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, thank you.
Did you hear what happened to DEC's windows?
No, what happened?
He got renewal by Anderson. He saved $320 on every window in his house.
Fantastic.
He has an extra 3% discount when you pay for your whole project without cash or check.
Does he get the windows?
No money down, no payments, no interest for 2 years. Call for your free window.
I don't mind about calling up the ads. Fuck off. Go fuck yourself. Yeah. Well, we've had some great calls to start already. Spurs talk. Wow. Who'd have thought? Yeah, I'm not a big EPL follower at the moment. Hello. I don't say hello to the ringtone. Hello. Hello, shithead.
What the fuck happened? What happened to you, shithead?
What the fuck happened to you?
What happened to you, man?
Who is this? Who is this asshole?
Like, you used to talk like loud and scream. We got a bunch of good memes out of you, dumbass. Like, that's all you were good for.
Who is this shithead? Who are you?
were clipped by Medium fucking Poppy. You haven't
I
been
was
the
not
same
clipped by Medium Poppy.
since that
That is the
fucking
biggest
night.
fake
You
news I've
dumb
ever
little
heard. There's
cunt.
so much fake news
It's
coming out of your
sad,
dumb
bro.
mouth.
You're so sad. So
You're
sad,
sad.
man.
You're sad. You're the one calling
Is
me.
that your
Remember
comeback,
that.
Manners? Are
Remember
you
that,
gonna
you
blind
fucking
mic me?
idiot. You're the
I'm
one
sad.
sitting in
You're
your
sad.
fucking
Where you going
plywood
with this, buddy?
caravan calling me.
Excuse you?
I said, you're in your fucking caravan in your trailer park, sorry, in American.
My
You're in your trailer
caravan
park
in my
giving me a call.
American trailer park? Bro,
Yeah,
I'm
are you trailer
chilling.
trash?
I'm
Isn't that
chilling
what
right
they
now.
call people
The
like you
only
in
reason
America?
I'm fucking dealing with you right now is because I'm
I'm
lit.
fucking dealing with you right
it
now.
doesn't make any sense to
Well,
talk
you're
to
just a
somebody like
fucking
you.
trash head. You're
But
just some
you're
idiot
so
sitting in
fucking
some
sad
shitty place
lately. Yeah,
calling me
we're
at
gonna
10
go
at
crash.
night,
You
and
know
you're
it's
the one
me, bro.
saying
You
I'm
know
lost.
I'm
I mean,
high.
Jesus.
You know I got the stop. 1 second. DEC and you. And I'm over here begging for you to fucking be something. You know?
Who are you?
It's fucking pathetic lately. It's pathetic.
Thank
You
you.
can't reach the doorknob anymore, Manners. The
Okay.
stool got taken from under your fucking little
You are
ass.
full of shit. You are just the biggest
Is that what we're
fucking
gonna go with?
spewing
What are you
crap out on
fire,
this fucking
man?
phone. You've got nothing.
Everybody knows
You
who
got
this
nothing.
is. Like
You got
everyone knows
nothing.
who's calling your dumbass right now. What?
You got
gonna scream
nothing.
again?
You fucking
You're
idiot.
screaming. I'm
You're sitting
nothing.
in your shitty house calling me at 10, almost 10:30 on a Wednesday night. Yep. And
Why
you
don't
say
you
I'm
turn
sad.
around
Go fuck
and go
yourself.
ahead and lick Dale Bear's fucking gooch and give me some fucking entertainment, you little shit. Fuck off.
Bye. Well, passionate Menace fans. There are some real Menace fans out there. All right, so I've got some questions from the viewers, some topics to touch on. Let's take some calls. Get to the questions in a minute. Hello, caller. Hello.
PGA Tour. Yes, the PGA Tour travels to Minnesota this week for the 3M Open. Dustin
Fuck
Johnson,
off.
11-1.
Fuck
Brooks
off.
Koepka, 12-1. Tony
Golf
Finau.
talk's even worse than fucking EPL talk. Jesus. I have been to Minnesota though. Lovely part of America. So, question from Cullinane's roommate: if you could interview any celebrity on your show, would you still need a child's step stool to brush your teeth? That was the question from Cullinane's roommate. So, fortunately, I am just tall enough not to need a step to brush my teeth. And if I could interview any celebrity on my show, well, celebrity is a strong word, but I would like to have Steve Robinson on. He's continually dodging my invitations. I was lucky enough to interview Kirk. I would like to interview Steve Robinson. I think he's a little bit afraid of me, a little bit scared to come on air with me. But yeah, that would certainly not a celebrity, but I would like to interview Steve. All right. I'll take a call. Hello, caller. Hello.
They hung up.
Oh, Nick's the caller. What do you got for me, Nick? Oh, here we go. Hello, caller.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
It's me.
Who? KB?
It's your executive producer.
Oh, it's
Visionless Dave.
venereal disease, VD, Visionless Dave.
Hey, buddy.
How are you, venereal
Ratings are good
disease?
right now. You got 37 people watching live.
What was that?
I said the ratings are good right now. You got 37 people watching live.
Well, what have you got for me then? You're claiming to be my executive producer. You say you've got lots of good material. Fucking spit it out then. I've heard you on the rundown. It's fucking pathetic. So do better on this show. What do you got?
I don't know. You won't stop DMing me telling me to call because you know I bring the ratings. So I thought you'd kind of bring the material. I'm kind of doing you a favor here. You could at least say thank you.
Thank you for what? Like you hassle me with these fucking insane messages. You make a couple of videos on Twitter and claim to be my producer. I mean, I don't know what to say. In my opinion, you sound like a fruitcake. I mean, you should be fucking locked up in somewhere like McLean's, and they should throw away the key.
A fruit cup? Was that a
Fruitcake.
was that a
It's an
homophobic
Australian
slur?
expression. It means crazy, loopy.
Is that a homophobic slur?
No,
My God.
absolutely not. But you know,
Oh,
you can try if you want.
As
executive producer, I disavow that. I disavow
Well,
that.
it's not a homophobic slur.
Well, I don't know.
So what have you got for me, Dave? You know, you were on the rundown last week. What's your hot takes on the Minahan issues? What do you think of the Barstool Blues? Are you going to Saco?
I'm not going to Saco because I'm in Los Angeles. I can't make it there. But I did have one thing to ask you about. I watched the rundown, and in the beginning of the rundown, there's a advertisement for the hair plugs, and I'm trying to get them for my dad, but the promo code Menners isn't working, so they told me to contact you directly.
Yes. Did you work on? Is that like? Would you call that good material or bad material? Because I would put that in the pathetic joke material. Where do you see that one, Dave? You're the producer.
I mean,
you could either go the short one or you could go the hair.
Your soft ass response on the main show. Where's that aggression?
I've got lots of aggression. Don't you worry, Dave. But
you've got low T. You've got low T. I'm gonna pray for you. I'm your executive producer.
Visionless Dave. Thank you, venereal disease. Fuck off. Fuck off. So my people want me to scream all the time. Let's take some calls. Hello. Hello.
Naughty today.
Goodbye. 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 All right. So we've got another question here from the listener, S. Mon. Who would win in a fight with real fists, Kirk Club or DEC? I'll probably give DEC the edge there. He's probably taller and bigger than me. So yeah, if we would have a real fight, me and DEC, I would give it to DEC. But I think it would be better if we were both in those big sort of sumo fat suits. Say at a Minifan event, you know, we get in those fat suits and then we have to take each other on that way. Like, hello.
Metal Oscar Rob.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good, brother. How you doing? How much FOMO are you going to have this weekend with everybody in Saco?
I am going to have FOMO through the roof, Rob. I mean, to be there would be a dream, I've got to say.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question for you. There's a rumor that you have a ridiculous vanity license plate that screams for your love of anal sex. Is that correct?
That is incorrect.
Is that not correct?
That's not correct.
You should probably check out some insane news tomorrow night because I'm getting different stories. So we might have to check something out.
Yeah, what happened? There was no some insane news in the last week. Is it going to every 2 weeks now?
I don't know. It's whenever I catch it. The summer's tough because I got the kids and vacation and fucking I'm just all over the place. Plus I got some health issues. My neck is just all fucked up. So
what's wrong? Sorry.
What were you gonna say?
Your neck? Did you say your neck?
Yeah, I have degenerative disc disease, so my fucking neck has been fucked up for about 3 years.
Oh, that's sorry to hear that, Rob. Is that from going down on your wife too hard?
No, it's all right. No, I run marathons. So after my third marathon, they said it can never run again. So I just it's deteriorating at a rapid pace. But
Rob, what are you expecting from Saco?
What'd you say?
What are you expecting in Saco?
Craziness. Overall craziness. I'm playing golf. I'm teeing off with a bunch of lunatics. There's 12 of us playing golf at noon, I think. Have a couple beers on the course, go back to the hotel, shower, get there probably about 5:30, have a couple more beers, and then meet all the Minifans and see what happens. The worst thing is everybody's coming home with coronavirus. I know Steve keeps joking about it, but I mean, like, there's probably going to be a huge surge because of the fucking Kirk Minahan show. It's going to be all over the newspapers.
Yeah, you going to wear a mask?
Oh, yeah. I'm a mask guy. I wear a mask everywhere I go. I got the two little ones. I mean, but kids don't really get affected too much, but I'm a mask guy. I treated this thing right from the beginning. But Maine is the most fucked up state in the whole entire country. They want us to fill out a form. They want us to get tested. They want us to do all these fucking things before we go up there. So,
well, I think it's going to be fantastic. I think DEC's opening show will be awful, but I think the rest of it's going to be great.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'll chug one down for you, brother.
Yeah, we really will be thinking of you guys the whole weekend.
All right, I'll talk to you.
Thanks, Rob. I like Madawaska Rob. What a great guy. Terrific. Now, another question from a listener, Kirk's Lisp. What is your favorite U2 song? Hello, caller. Hello. Goodbye. Goodbye. Another prank call. Unbelievable. Imagine me getting prank calls. Who'd have thought? And my favorite U2 song, very cliche, probably With or Without You. I think that's a real winner. But also, I think that period, Joshua Tree, Rattle and Hum, Achtung Baby, those three albums together, just the golden age of U2 songwriting. This is from Mayo. Why is Manners a coward who's afraid to go to Sarko? Well, I made this very clear in the past. The borders are closed in Australia. So unfortunately, even if I was desperate to get to Sarko, I could not make it. It's really frustrating. And I mean, you can't even book an international flight out of Australia before March next year. So Wilbur's looking highly doubtful. I mean, any Minifan event, it's going to have to be sort of late next year that I could, fingers crossed, make it to. Not that anyone gives a shit. But yeah, I would, I'd like to go to one ASAP. Maybe I'll set up a table with Will. It'll be me and Will, like the losers table up the back. Now, here we go. Here's a call. We'll take it. We'll take this fuckhead. Hey,
Matt, got a question for you.
Fantastic.
How good do you think Bryce Thompson and Tion Grant Foster are going to be next year? I know Bryce is a 5-star, Grant Foster is a 3-star out of Indian Hills Community College in Iowa. How good do you think do you think those guys will be able to crack the starting lineup?
Thanks for the call. Oh yeah, definitely both of them. I have no idea what he's talking about. NFI, no fucking idea. Well, what sport was that anyway? That's a Kansas basketball question. Well, certainly not something I'm a fan of. I actually don't really like basketball. I've got to say it. I went to a Lakers game a couple of years ago. Just fucking basketball is the worst sport. They just run up and down, fucking throwing up. It's just 1, 2 points. Basketball fucking sucks. Basketball sucks. Hello.
The New York Yankees travel to Washington tomorrow night to play the Washington Nationals. Over under of 7.5.
Okay.
Garrett Cole, the -139 favorite. DJ LeMahieu beating off. Batting second, Aaron Judge in right field. Batting third, Gleyber Torres.
Red Sox. Woo! Red Sox, 60-game season. I don't know. Are we allowed to mention them? I know I can't wear merchandise. But yeah, 60 games should be fun. Mookie Betts is gone. Never coming back to Boston. He fucking hated everyone in Boston. And that idiot Carabas was thinking Betts would come back. Betts was out the door as quick as he fucking could. He hates everyone in Boston. And the Carabas is so stupid to think that he would come back. Hello, caller.
Menace, how are you, buddy?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. So I want you to make you a bathroom extraordinary in just one day. Call now for $500 off and no payments, no interest for 18 months.
Fucking home renovation shit. I mean, at least call up with some funny stuff. Dude, whatever. Hello. I don't know what to say hello to the ringer. Hello.
Hey, Menace.
Hey, what do you got?
It's me, Ike Barinholtz.
Oh, hello, Ike. How are you?
You're my close personal friend.
Thank you. I know.
Remember that time at the comedy club when we were both going down on that hooker and then she farted shit on your face?
That did not happen.
Yeah, you remember.
No. Now, do you have a second layer to this? So Kirk always says the callers need a second layer now. What do you got? Because that one was fucking stupid. What's your next one? I'm listening.
Well, you've talked about your vacations in this episode. I was wondering if you've ever been to New Orleans.
I have. Absolutely have.
Have you been to New York City?
Yes. That shithole.
What'd you do? Was it summer or winter?
I've been both. I've been there for summer and winter.
You ever gone ice skating at Central Park?
No. I hate ice skating.
Really? Oh.
Yep.
Have you ever been to Los Angeles?
Yes, I have. Many times. Is this going to get good?
What'd you do in LA?
Oh, what didn't I do? What fucking didn't I do, mate?
I've been there. I went to the David Bowie star. It was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, nice. Well, you've been like looking at personal photos or something?
No, the Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame.
Yeah, I know. So I'm pretty sure someone put a photo of that on one of my accounts, maybe Instagram or something. That's all right. Go knock yourself out.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know. Whatever. Fucking idiot. And is that Fez going after my personal photos and stuff? That's his style, that asshole. Hello.
Hell yeah.
Hello.
Charges.
Fuck off, honestly. Get better, callers. Get better. All right, this is from a question from Red. Now, I will go on record. I was wrong about Red. He's okay. He is okay. And I think Kirk has prejudged him badly. I think Red is okay. So I think everyone needs to give Red a second chance. If you've written him off, give him a second chance. This is what he asked me. I need to get your take on the fake news about you getting owned on Saturday night. So obviously I went on Mike and the Minifans. Well, look, there's a bit of fallout from the last show. That fucking load of shit DEC did a whole podcast about me on the Minifan show where he just spewed lie after lie about me, made all these claims about me that were just full of shit. And, things like blackmail and just fucking bullshit. But my problem is with that, I can't really turn around and cry the victim when the day before that I said to him, get cancer, die, you need more counseling to fix your sex life at home. I mean, I went as low as I could with DEC. So I think for me to turn around and start complaining that, he made a few spurious claims about me, which are lies, I just don't think that, I just have to accept it. I mean, as you see, I'm into charity, so support Cancer for DEC if you can. So fuck him, obviously, with all those lies in his podcast. And then he came in, Mike and the Minifans, just sat there with fucking zero energy. He didn't want to be there. He didn't want to fight. He said he overreacted about the whole alleged blackmail thing, so he owned up to that. But then he just fucking gaslighted the whole thing, tried to bring the whole situation with me and Steve into it, like that's got anything to do with it. Just a load of shit from him. So I looked back at most of Mike and the Minifans, and I'm going to just say it was a dead heat. I mean, no, there were no winners there, only losers. DC sat there fucking half asleep, wouldn't play, and I managed to clear up all the lies that I was really upset about. So yeah, I would say Mike and the Minifans was a draw. Is there a caller here? No. All right. I'll take the call. Hello.
Matters.
Hello.
Listen to me, you Oompa Loompa. I have 3 names for you, okay?
Okay.
And I want to get your response to each of these names. First name.
This is good. You've got some insult. You're coming in hot. At least that's better than ads or bullshit. Go on.
DEC kicked your nuts to the back of your ass on Wednesday. It was a
Wednesday.
joke.
Was that
Absolutely.
Oh, it's bullshit. Continue.
All right. Well, that's factual. No, that's
not factual. It's an opinion you have, which is wrong. False. Fake news. The country of fake news, America.
You little lesbian. Fed
Sorry?
owned. Third name number 3, Kelleher. Richard J. Kelleher.
That hurts.
Has real estate in your head like no one's ever seen before.
What are you talking about? Kelleher's have I mentioned him? Not at all. Not at all. Goodbye. I think I have real estate in a lot of people's heads. That's for sure. I mean, I'm not even going to give these people, I'm not even going to name them, but if you go onto their Twitter feeds, it's like they're obsessed with me. Hello, caller.
Howdy, partner.
Howdy, partner. What's up?
I'm moving out of my apartment, and I've got a couple items that I'd like for you to, maybe take a gander at. It's got a little Tykes race car bed.
All right, goodbye.
I heard that you've been not sleeping with your wife lately, so.
Fucking asshole. Well, he said I wasn't sleeping with my wife. It's true. Sometimes I sleep in the other room. But that might be because I snore sometimes. Okay, question from Daniel Sullivan. Best time of the year and places to visit in Australia. So, Daniel, best time of the year to visit Australia is probably sort of summer, sort of towards October, November, December. It depends where you're going. The further north you go, it gets very humid. But my plan for the Kirk Minahan Show tour is just wait till Kirk comes out here, is start in Sydney, head north, and then maybe head inland to Uluru, the rock in the middle. So we'll take all that in on the KMS tour. And obviously, just when Kirk can come, his dates, we'll fit in with him. Hello, caller.
It's kind of crazy. Everyone thought the coronavirus was going to be over a couple months, but it's really stuck around like Perry Ellis. Anyway, my least favorite person on Twitter is Jason in Attleboro. That guy sucks. So annoying. None of his tweets are funny. I just want to get your thoughts on him. That guy sucks.
Well, thanks for the call. Jason's all right. I mean,
no, he's not.
He is. He is mildly annoying, and he's not particularly funny. He's not
funny. Like, why is he? He doesn't have a funny bone in his body.
All right, I'll give you the scale. If a venereal disease, Visionless Day, is the most annoying person on Twitter, Jason's about midway up. He's, mildly annoying, but yeah, I wouldn't put Jason in the very annoying category.
No one cares, Jason. Jesus.
Can I just say something though? I had the most disturbing tweet today sent to me. There's some new person that's come on Twitter. I can't remember his handle, but he's a reformed Minifan troll. And I think he thinks I'm DEC. He put a photo of me, of DEC and Jason, and said it was me and Jason. So that for me is a crime. The fact that he would think that I'm DEC will keep me up at night.
I hate Jason. Jason sucks.
Okay.
Joel Embiid or Andrew Wiggins? Who's the better alum?
Huh? What?
Embiid or Wiggins? Go.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't even hear that. Joel Embiid. Okay. Another Kansas basketball question. I need to get Nick on this segment. Hello. All right, goodbye. We got some fake. All right. So, Nikki, hold the calls up because it's YouTube rap time. That's it. So we heard from Rob Madawaska. Rob, Some Insane News will be back soon when he can be bothered. Lazy prick. All right. So, big news. We have an opponent for Kirk Minahan on Drinking Buddies. Last Sunday, Quantum Week Chris and JJ beat Sheldon and Stacey's phone. So we now have the grand final, basically, Kirk and Drinker, and I'm not sure who that's going to be. And they're going to take on Chris and JJ. And obviously Kirk's going to win that one in a landslide. Now, the next one is the Mincel show on Sunday. Boy, that show, was it Sunday or Monday? I get confused. That show is on a slide. So they've stopped buying views for their show. So last week's Mincel show got 300-400 views, way short of the couple of thousand they were getting when they were buying views. So at least Viewgate's over. And then John from Scranton booked 2 guests by mistake. He booked Madawaska Rob and Tim Ridgels. So they had 2 guests there. So there was like 5 of them. It was Will, and I think we're all willed out at this point, BA, John, and then the 2 guests. They went through. Now, this was a bit weird. They went through the KMS show going through Murchison's audio. So you had Kirk. So you had like 3 layers of audio. You had Murchison's audio. Then you had Kirk and Steve and Mike going through that. And then you had the Mincels going through that. So it was hard to follow what was going on. But I don't mind those historical segments ahead of the segments about fucking brackets and shit. So I'll always take even a bad historical segment like that one on. I have to say, Tim Ridgewood's, who they had on, is electric. Have a listen to this. I think he needs to be on more shows.
Tim, what do you think about what's going on with merch?
He was bound to come back at some point. It's never going to.
Oh, fuck, that's over. Oh, that's horrible. Jesus. So that's Tim Ridgewood's on the Mincel show. Then the rundown wasn't on last Friday, but they did air it Saturday. So it seems now that Red has two consistent co-hosts in Venereal Disease and Ziggy the dog. I actually preferred the show when it was Red with a floating cast, but I understand from a producing point of view, that's hard to do. Every week, it's a bit of a slog trying to get new people on. So I would suggest Red just expand this. I think VD and Ziggy do a good job, actually. I know Venereal Disease called him before, and it was a terrible call, but he's actually, he and Ziggy aren't too bad on that show. But I think Red should sort of expand the cast and maybe have, say, 6 people that he calls on and just rotate it around that way. I don't think anyone needs to hear from Venereal Disease and Ziggy every week. But yeah. So, but the rundown was there. It's also an audio version, the invisible KMS rewind feed, if you can find it. We had 2 new shows on the YouTube network. One of them I have to apologize for, which is the Kirk Minahan Network wrestling show with Rob and Adam, and it was born out of the Minifan Mash. So I'm very sorry. I have to apologize for giving birth to this show. Rob is okay. Adam is not okay on air. But yeah, I didn't watch the wrestling show. So if you are into wrestling, I'm sure it's okay. If you're like a 14-year-old kid or an 8-year-old kid and you're still into wrestling, go and watch it. And then the other show that debuted was Everyone Knows We're Lame. So that's obviously hosted by Quantum Week Chris and Mike, and it's about Cheers. Now, I'm a big Cheers fan. It was one of the greatest shows growing up, but do we need a whole rewatch? And I don't know about this fascination with rewatch podcasts and shows. I think they could just do, 4 or 5 at the most shows about Cheers, and that'd be enough. And I think if you look at the US Office, they have the Office Ladies podcast where they're doing it episode by episode. And I dropped off after a while because I don't want to listen to a podcast on every episode of The Office. But I think Brian Bumgarner from The Office is now doing a podcast where it's going to be more of a sort of step back and look at The Office and not an episode by episode rewatch. So I think that's the way to go. Everybody Knows We're Lame. I give it maximum 6 episodes. I mean, Mike starts a show and within 2 or 3 episodes, it's gone. Because Chris is there, I think he'll push a bit longer, but 6 episodes in, it's gone. There's no way Everybody Knows We're Lame can continue for more than 6 episodes. Mike Geary will be appearing on Menace Live in August. I have booked Blind Mike for this show. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm not happy, though, and I'd be curious for your feedback, viewers. I wasn't 100% happy with Justin recording the audio of Mike and Chris before the show. Now, of course, it was hilarious, but it is a betrayal of trust, and it's a good warning out there to everybody that, when you log on this stream, whether you think they're recording or not, you could be on the record. So do not say, before a lot of shows, people are like bitching about people and saying how much they suck. And then, they turn they go live and all of a sudden they shut up. So just be aware that Justin will give that audio across to Steve if it's juicy. A betrayal of trust may be worthwhile. And then finally, All Aboard. I don't know what should we call something like All Aboard with Middle-Aged Men or something. So it's Ned Snark, Latino Kirk, and Adam again. I've been invited on All Aboard to help get the show back on the rails, but I don't know if you like Ned and LK and Adam. Well, does anyone like Adam? I'm not sure, but if you like them, go and watch the show because it is sweet. You know, they are three nice men talking about their lives, and yeah, it is nice. So that's the YouTube wrap. We'll take a couple of calls, Nick, and we'll see if what we get before we wrap this shit up. Hello. All right. Well, Nick, let's wrap this up. The calls have been shithouse tonight, but you know. Oh, here we go. Someone's trying to call in. Take calls, you fuck. I think he was going to write. All right. I'll give you a little bit more time. 20 more seconds. Here we go. Come on, call in if you want. It is the worst show in history. I agree. Whoever just put that up, this is the worst show in history. I can even accept that. This has been a bad one. All right. Well, Nikki, we're going to wrap this up. Thanks to everybody for watching Manners Live. We'll be back soon with another show.